Hey guys, so I want to show you how easy it is to set up an AI chatbot to book onto multiple calendars in a high level location. So typically, a chatbot is just going to interact with the contact, with the lead, and book them into a calendar. But let's say you have a situation where you have a two-step sales process, a two-call close, where you're doing a discovery call followed by a sales call. Or maybe you have folks that you want to get scheduled onto a demo call or a sales call versus a service call. How are you going to allow a chatbot to handle that conversation and book into the correct calendar? So I'm going to show you how to do kind of both of those use cases here, all using your high level account. So what we're going to need is the calendar IDs in your high level account of those calendars. And we're also going to need to update a simple automation. So those are the two things we're going to do. And then for kind of some bonus material at the end, we'll also use ZappyChat's AI goals to update fields and kind of move through that. So what we're going to do is go to settings and go to our calendars. And what you'll see is that calendar IDs here show up beneath the names of those calendars, and you're going to use those for the corresponding calendar that you want to book into. So if you're wanting to book into discovery, use this one, service, use this one, demo, sales, etc. Pretty self-explanatory. Over in automations, when you load in our snapshot, you can go into the send message to AI. And this is the workflow where we attach information to the contact before we send it through to the AI. And so it's in here that we give the AI the calendar ID. So when you load this workflow, right here under the AI is not off / not yet booked, this is our booking path. Because the AI is not off and they haven't yet booked, we want to book them onto an appointment. In here, we have update fields, and you'll see that one of these is the calendar ID. It has this custom value calendar ID, so it's going to use whichever calendar ID is in your custom values. That means that whatever calendar ID you have put into your custom value, the AI is going to go look at that calendar to determine available times. So let's say we had that defaulted to the demo. Right now, everyone is going to get scheduled onto the demo calendar. So crucial here is setting up a condition so you have a bit of an if-else path to determine what calendar to book onto. So I'm going to come in here and add in an if-else in my booking path. And so let's first take a look at kind of that two-step close. So discovery call followed by sales call. And so the branch here that we're going to do, let's call it sales. And sales call. And then our none branch, we can call our none branch here, we can call discovery. So we'll have one branch for sales, one branch for discovery. What I'm going to say, basically you can use any condition you want here. So if you have fields that are already set up or tags that already exist that you want to use to differentiate which calendar leads go to, you can just put those into here. What I'm going to do for this use case in this sort of two-step sale, we're going to assume that when we book a discovery call, we're going to add the tag discovery. And so we can use that. If that discovery tag is added, then we want to book them to a sales call. If it has not yet been added, then we want to book them to discovery. So what I'm going to do here is say contact details, tag. And so if they're going to go book a sales call, we want them to already have the discovery tag. And so I'm going to have to create this because it's just in a demo calendar. Now, give me a second. I'm going to have to come back and, you know what, we'll just use one of the existing tags. So let's just say dr reply here. So whichever tag you are using, whichever tag is going to get added once they go into this discovery call or into the first step, you can use that here to say, if the tag includes that, we know that they've been on the first call, therefore we want to send them to the second call. So save that. We have two different paths. So now we have this sales call path and this discovery path. For the sales call, all I want to do is go back over to where I have the calendar IDs and copy my sales call calendar ID and paste it over that custom value. Just like that, that path is all set. Obviously, discovery call over here is currently dead ending. So what we need to do is copy this step over here And so it's going to do everything exactly the same, but we're just going to swap out that calendar ID for the discovery call. So copying that, pasting it here, saving. And then lastly, since this currently dead ends at the end here, I'm going to add a go to, and we're going to go to this step so that it continues on down the path, gathers phone name, email if needed, and continues on to book from there. So if I save that, that's now set up to differentiate between these two. Now, another situation is, say, if you have two different products, two different services, and you're trying to determine which one they're interested in. So let's say you have a software that you're running demos for, and then you have a, freelance agency where you're providing a service. Those two different calendars. We can still use the same logic here, but since we're not actually adding those tags based on them taking an action in your CRM, that is, we're not adding a tag based on a calendar event being booked, based on an appointment being booked, we might want the AI to actually determine that before booking the call. So we could use this same idea, that is creating a condition, and based on that condition, sending them to specific calendars. And so it might positively be like includes service or includes demo, and send them on that path directly. But the added piece here is we're going to use ZappyChat to determine which service they're interested and add a specific tag. So this is using the AI goals. There's more training on this in the membership area, but the easy way to do it is just use a tag type. So I could add two different tag type goals, and let's use those two tags I just said, demo and service. So obviously whatever tags you use here, you're going to want those to reflect over in your workflow as well, so that they are properly flowing through. And so we've given tags that we want the AI to add, and now we just need a description of what the situation is that the AI should add that tag. So I'm going to say the user is interested in the software or SaaS offering and would like to book a demo, and maybe just give it a little more context. The user does not want a service call. And here, the user is interested in a service call and does not want to book a software demo. So that would be all we need to add into our bot in terms of those goals. And then the last crucial piece is to make sure that in your prompt, you actually are prompting your AI to ask the lead whether or not they want to book a service call or a demo call. So then that way, someone opts in, the AI can ask, hey, or someone reaches out, over live chat or over text or Facebook, saying like, hey, I'm looking for more info. And if you train the AI to first ask, what are you specifically interested in? Are you looking for a service call, or are you interested in the software? Then based on the conversation, we'll add that tag. And then based on the conditions here in your workflow, it will send it down the correct path and update the fields accordingly. So lastly, just a last recap here. Basically, all you need is to, in your AI01 send message to AI, just add an if-else condition under your booking path. And based on whatever condition you want, so we did tag, you could do based on time zone, you could do based on their name, or like when their last appointment was. You could do it based on any field. Send them down one path or the other. The path should do the exact same thing, except the only difference being the calendar ID. I guess the last thing is that if for booking to these different calendars, you want to have different prompts, you can totally come in and do that as well. So you could change these prompts so that they're not using the same custom value, or even just hard code text directly in there. But use a chatbot to book to multiple calendars in high level, all through a single chatbot. And once more, since all the customization is on the location side, you could actually use this bot across dozens or even hundreds of clients. just using the same bot and the same webhook across all of them. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes, and we'll see you again next time.